Everyone, hello and welcome to Firestone Firehog, round number 4, Lamau, Road America. Last moto for this track, which has gone pretty well so far. Let's take a look at the order. RN Jesus has praised Detail and Roman today because left to right, they're going to be starting on the front row. And then it's Sol, Luke, Vulcan, Opix, Turkey, and Slaunch in the back. Let's go on board with Slaunch on this rolling start and see how he navigates the traffic after taking Moto 2. Green flag. 10 laps again. 2 Joker laps again as well. Turn 1 again can be pretty interesting on lap number 1. No! Sol gets squeezed to the bottom. Ran out of room and a big dismount crash for him. Going to be pulling it up to the back early on as we have multiple 2x2 battles. That is super unfortunate for Sol to start off this race. We'll see if he can regain. On the bright side for him, it did happen very early on, so maybe a chance to pick up some spots still, especially if these guys are going to battle like this. That could also help. You know, having the clean track might be a good thing for him if everybody's going to keep up these battles like this. It could work out to be an advantage in the long run, but it'd have to be a massive long run. We'll see how it works out. Let's see if anybody goes for any jokers. All right, on board with Slaunch, and he will. I bet, yep, Sol's going to do it as well. So Slaunch and Sol are going on that clean track strategy. Get yourself clean air, run some good laps, and you know, hopefully you'll pass these guys when they take their joker. Vulcan making it happen on Turkey and Opix there. And let's see who leads them down. It looks like Detail will lead the first lap down, Luke in second. Vulcan fourth, Turkey fifth. Who is in third? Is it Roman? Pretty sure it's Roman at this point, right? There we go. Roman in third as well. Oh, and the run that we saw from Moto 1, it's coming out again. Not as much that time, though. Detail will get back to the bumper to protect into turn 5. Close battle for the lead there. But so far, looks like Detail will hold on. And especially getting a really nice run out of turn 6 there. So yeah, he's definitely going to pull a gap. We'll see how the Joker strategy goes for these guys up front. Again, last lap we just saw Slaunch and Sol go for it because they were towards the back, which again I think is the right play. If you're so far back, you might as well give yourself that clean air, especially if you're confident in your speed. Vulcan gonna go for it. And who else? Was it Slaunch again or was it Turkey? It was Slaunch again, so Slaunch and Sol as well. So Slaunch and Sol are done. They are done. And look at that, Turkey made the run happen. He got by Vulcan. Was this the wrong time for Vulcan to take his Joker? Because now he has to protect from Opix as well. Perhaps a mistimed Joker out of Vulcan here. Being in the middle of this pack is probably not what he wants. Driver's threatening his position. He was kind of chilling where he was. We'll see if he ends up regretting this. But from what we're keeping track of so far, Vulcan took that one Joker. And Slaunch and Sol took both. So as far as I can tell so far, that's our Joker knowledge of this moto. So it's still Detail, Luke, Roman. Oh, look at how hard those guys are sending it out of turn 5. Jeez. Yeah, Sol, honestly, look at where Sol and Slaunch are. I think they're in a pretty good position. I think the battle idea where everybody else is going to battle and slow each other down and they're going to like make gains, so far it kind of looks like it. It kind of looks like it. Like, considering they've taken both their Jokers, they're not that far back, especially Slaunch. Okay, no Joker up front yet, but especially Slaunch is already, like, fighting for position up there. Oh, and he's going to get the position because Opix is going to go for his. I'm curious. We'll stay on board here for a second. Does Sol make the run up to Opix? No, he does not. He's going for it, though. Go on board with Vulcan here, trying to chase down Turkey. Yeah, the Joker strategy might get pretty interesting in this race, actually. I think this race might have the most interesting Joker strategy that we've had in any of these motos yet. The way that it's working out so far in this moto seems like it might be a bit different. I like the way Vulcan takes it nice and steady, and look at how hard he drives by Turkey. Absolutely wonderful run out of Vulcan there. Wow. And potentially battle for the lead again. Soul getting by Opix here. Wow, really drifting it, but he is pulling it off. Let's take a look, and it seems like Detail is really making gains in turns 6 and 7, but Luke seems to have like the first part of the track dialed in, and then I think they're pretty close in the end. But let's see, any jokers for them? No, not this time. But they are really picking it up. Roman taking his first. Oh, big joker gains. Okay, Vulcan and Turkey, so that's Turkey's first. That's Vulcan's second, and Slaunch works his way in front of both. That is huge for Slaunch. Wish we could find him. There we go. That is huge for Slaunch. And so far for Slaunch, it's really working out with this Joker strategy. Because look at it. I believe it's just Roman in front of him now. And again, Slaunch is done. Roman still has another Joker to take. People behind Slaunch still have Jokers to take. And honestly, Soul is in not that bad of a spot either. He has to actually pass Vulcan. Vulcan does have both done, but I think Turkey only has one. So virtually, Soul is, I would say, ahead of Turkey here. So that early Joker strategy, when you have that rough start, seems to be working out so far for Slaunch and Soul. It definitely seems to be the play. And let's see if Luke can improve in this middle sector and spice up this lead battle. We did have this battle between them a little bit in Moto 1, and maybe the sequel here in Moto 3. Luke going a little rough in the carousel, maybe some jokers to spice it up. And it will happen. Detail will go for the Joker. Our leader going for his first Joker of the race. And I think he ran it pretty well because he really didn't lose that much time. And again, I was saying it in Moto 1. Definitely a skill gap to the Jokers on this track, I believe. For sure. Like, it's literally a chicane. So, and the chicanes with the Hogs are kind of tricky. And it seems like some drivers are making up some time there. So, and Soul working his way by Turkey, which, funnily enough, I think was going to happen anyways, because Soul being done with his Jokers, Turkey having one more to take. That being said, Soul will definitely take that position on track and try to work his way. Oh, wow, if Turkey has a run here. And try to work his way up to Vulcan. Oh, Turkey's having a look. Not giving up on it yet. Turkey, I think he was holding on the brakes there, too. Turkey's definitely experimenting, but let's jump over there. And we'll take a look at the leaders here in a second, too, but oh, no! Slaunch spins it! No, the timing. I can't believe. I didn't even know that was going to happen there. But Slaunch was making massive gains on Roman, and I would say virtually ahead of Roman on track with the way the Jokers were working out. Roman still has another one to take, and Slaunch just runs turn 5 too aggressively. Luke and Detail ghost into the screen, and look at the spice. Luke will take his first. Detail will take his second. And I think Detail's making up some... Oh, definitely. Detail's taking that Joker very well. Oh, and he went for it, too. Not able to find the pass, but that would have been a race win, like, lock-up move potentially there. But yeah, he's definitely making up some time in the Joker. Definitely finding some extra speed there, which will help him out because... I mean, he's still in the lead for sure. Luke's got one more to take. Detail is done with his Jokers, and if he could stay right on Luke's bumper, he should be looking pretty good. And he's definitely in that spot right now, too. So, a battle for the lead. Detail trying to make it happen. Wants his second moto win. Oh, Slaunch so close on the rocks. Can tell he really wants to get back on the podium. And this would be a pretty great comeback. And look at this run. Roman bogging it so hard. Slaunch did not, and he actually got held up by him. Running into the back of him, Slaunch had such a massive run out of turn 2. He found the NOS there, found the DRS on the straight. Let's see if he can do it again. Going into 6 and 7. Oh, it's going to be tough with Roman bogging in front of him. That being said, the position that Slaunch is in track, I mean, he's virtually in third here. He doesn't really need to pass Roman on track. Unless I'm mistaken, Roman does have another Joker to take, so Slaunch really doesn't have to pass Roman on track. He just needs to stay close with him and keep the other drivers behind him at bay. And I'm curious, Detail has worked by Luke there, so I'm not sure if that was the last Joker for Luke or not, but I'm not I'm pretty sure it was, I want to say, but I'm not going to risk it with the replay. I think, taking his last Joker, I think Detail working his way by there. But Luke must have had a pretty good run in the Joker there, too, because they didn't really lose that much time on each other taking the Jokers. So taking them pretty fast, going to 3 to go. And it's looking like we might have a lead battle. This is still on. This is still on for 1-2. So even though there's been some pretty good battles in this race so far, the lead battle hasn't really been too much of a thing for longer than like a lap or two. Whoa, that could have been a close call. Detail hitting the 2-wheel for style points, but that could have been a little risky. I was able to hold on to it. Yeah, we haven't really had a lead battle yet, unfortunately, but it looks like this third and final moto might be the one where it happens. Detail goes a little wide on the carousel, but Luke's going to get a little loose trying to make it happen on the inside, so not able to take advantage. Yeah, finally we might have the long-term, pretty much entire race lead battle that we've been looking for on this track. If Detail could do it, he'd be the third different moto winner in the night. It'd be the first time that that's happened in our season. And if Luke could do it, he would take his second on the night. And this is also the battle for the overall. Whoever finishes in front of who here will take the overall in the night as well. So not only is this the battle for this moto, it's also the battle for the overall of the race too. So a lot on the line. And also trying to catch up in the points. Slaunch and Detail are both behind, Luke and Detail are both behind Slaunch in the points. And will both be picking up points. Look at this run from Luke, not able to do anything with it. But yeah, they're both behind him in the points, so either way, finishing 1-2, they'll be picking up some points there too. And it's shaping up, the way the season's going, it's shaping up to be a 3-way points battle, which would be the first time that we've seen that in a long time. It's been a while, honestly, since we've had like a 3-way points battle. I mean, I guess if you want to count the stages, the go-kart stage to start off the year was a 3-way points battle for pretty much the entire way. So if you want to count that, but aside from the stages, like an actual like full season, I honestly don't remember the last time we've had like a 3-way points battle the whole way through. It's been a long time. So, but it's looking like Firestone Firehawk might have something special there. Is that, what? Is that Roman? Something must have happened to Slaunch here. He must have cheesed again. We'll have to take a look later in the replays because I'm not going to cheese it now, but I thought Slaunch would blow by Roman. He must have cheesed in some way because Roman now has a massive gap for the podium. And Soul must have gotten passed back by Turkey. He's trying to take that position back. So we go onto the white flag lap. Oh, and he gets too loose. Let's take a look at our lead battle because it seems like it's still on. White flag, last lap for the last moto in the night, and Luke's sending it in turn 5, but not finding the opening. It's going to be difficult to figure out where to make this move stick. Couple places you can try to go for it. We'll see what he does. Turn 5 was definitely one of them, and it didn't work. Maybe the carousel here gets a better entry than Detail, but doesn't really get to take advantage of it. And trying to stick it to the inside, but it's so difficult to do. And in the end, it might even end up losing him time. He's got about a hog length between them. In the final big straight here of the lap, until we get to the finish line straight, he's going to have to send it in the Canada corner, trying to set it up. The big send, but it's not going to work. Detail will hold on to it. Just got to do it for one more turn. You can tell Luke trying to make something happen with the outside. Not going to. Detail's going to hold on for his second moto win on the season for Firestone Firehawk and first overall for him as well. Funnily enough, winning on Road America in both series. Roman will hold on to the podium. We'll have to take a look later, see what happened to Slaunch there, because again, I think he was on pace for it. Slaunch 4th. I mean, we saw the spin, but something else might have happened. Turkey with the top 5 as well. Soul 6th. Vulcan 7th. And a bit better than Moto 2 there, I would say. Battles for the end and a battle for the win as well. I think Moto 2 is probably... I would definitely go like Moto 1 was the best to watch, then 3, then 2 on the night. But overall, though, just as a night entirely, might be the most entertaining one on the season. As a whole, it was pretty good. But for that race, Detail, Luke, and Roman will be your podium. And we'll skip ahead a bit here to see the overall podium as well. And there you go to cap off our night for the overall. As you can see, Detail will take the overall, Luke's second overall. Slaunch does regain for third overall, so that's pretty good for him, I would say, after the start on the night. The Hogs flipping, the brute shots going out, but the points, it'll be 47 for Detail, 46 for Luke, then 41 for Slaunch in third, which will definitely spice up the overall points. We'll be looking at that in the recaps later this week. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Another fun night of Firestone Firehog action, and we'll see you next week where we go back to Halo 4, we go back to the Mongooses, and we go back to Cairo, which we haven't raced in a long time, like 8 years, I want to say. And that track is pretty damn cheesy. That is for sure. Lancaster was pretty cheese, don't get me wrong. Cairo arguably could be more cheese than Lancaster. It's pretty close, but I think it arguably could be more cheesy than that track. So should make things interesting for the Halo 4 Gooses as well next week. And then we'll go back to the Gooses 2 more times. This is the halfway point of the season. Go back to the Gooses 2 more times. Go back to the Hogs 2 more times. And we'll have a quad on the Hog as well. So there'll be an extra Hog race remaining, because it'll be a quad to end the season out. That's what we have left. So yeah, this is not for reach, just to clarify, but this week was the halfway point for our Firestone Firehawk season. So unfortunate that it's already halfway over, because it's been pretty fun so far, but it is marking the halfway point. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you in the next one. All right, so we have a replay here. Slaunch battling Roman, trying to take this spot on track.
Complete.
Oh, too tight. Into the rock, back into Vulcan. Unfortunate there. Let's take one more, or maybe a couple more looks at this. One from this. See how bad this wreck is. Just clips the rock. Well, probably thankful for the rock in the outside, honestly. Kind of kept his momentum up a little bit better than it would have been. And this is a tough situation for Slaunch, because obviously he wants to make this pass. But looking back at it, he might not have known the Joker situation, but I'm pretty sure Roman had another Joker to take. So if he chilled behind him, he might have ended up just passing him anyways. But he wanted to do it on track. He had the momentum. He wanted to do it on track, and maybe not knowing the situation for how the Jokers were going, and didn't end up well for him there. All right, another replay. That's Roman right there. And as you can see, the battle after, this is right after the incident in the same lap, got pretty spicy. Soul and Vulcan battling side by side. Vulcan sent it really hard into that rumble, and I think there's a bit of a gap in the track, a bit of a gap in the terrain there. And I think he just sent it too hard on the wrong place of the track. So we'll take a look at it from his POV here. It might be a better look for this. But yeah, you can tell it's steep right there. And yeah, he just gets too far off. Unfortunate. Something we could probably patch up for the next, if we run this race again. It is tough with this track, though, with how much, like, the object budget in this game. But yeah, for sure something we could do there. But yeah, it was a full send at not the right place in the track to do it, and didn't really work out for him there.